Remember the first time you held a game console and felt like you were cradling a piece of the future? Well, some consoles took that feeling to the next level by not just being gaming powerhouses, but by looking like they were forged in the fires of Mount Awesome. We're talking about limited edition game consoles, those rare beauties that combine cutting-edge tech with designs. These aren't just consoles. They're works of art, pop culture icons, and let's be honest, a flex on your friends who have the plain old vanilla versions. From consoles inspired by legendary games to those featuring iconic characters, we're diving into the best limited edition game consoles ever made. Whether you're here for the nostalgia, the design envy, or just to see what makes these consoles so special, you're in for a treat. So grab your favorite controller and let's power up through a gallery of gaming greatness that proves sometimes it's okay to judge a console by its cover. If you're as excited as we are about today's topic, show some love by liking and subscribing to Retro Pocket for more amazing content. Nintendo Switch, OLED Tears of the Kingdom. Imagine stepping back into the sprawling, mystical world of Hyrule, where every mountain you see can be climbed, every enemy camp can be raided, and every puzzle can be solved with a bit of ingenuity or sheer stubbornness if you're anything like me. In Tears of the Kingdom, the stakes are higher, the world is even more vast, and Link, our ever-silent protagonist, is once again tasked with saving the day. The sequel to the critically acclaimed Breath of the Wild doesn't just rest on its laurels, it builds upon the foundation of its predecessor with new mechanics. Like Sky Islands that make you question whether gravity is even a thing in Hyrule. The story deepens the lore, bringing new characters and old faces together in a story that feels both epic and intimate. Like that perfect blend of coffee that just hits right. You'll still be collecting Korok seeds. Yes, they're back, and they're still mocking us with their giggles, cooking up dubious food items that look more like modern art than meals, and battling fearsome creatures that range from, okay, I got this, to, why does that Linnell have so many weapons? But the real magic is in how the game encourages exploration and creativity. Want to shield surf down a mountain into a horde of bokoblins? Go for it. Feel like figuring out the physics of using a tree branch as a catapult? That's your prerogative. This is Tears of the Kingdom. The only limit is your imagination, and maybe your inventory space. Now, let's talk about why the Nintendo Switch OLED is the perfect companion for this epic adventure. First off, that 7-inch OLED screen, it's like moving from VHS to Blu-ray. Everything is just crisper, brighter, and more beautiful. The colors pop like they're auditioning for a Skittles commercial, and the blacks are so deep you might accidentally start questioning the meaning of existence while staring into a Hyrulean night. When you're exploring those jaw-dropping landscapes, the screen makes every detail, from the shimmer of a waterfall to the gleam of your master sword, feel more alive. But it's not just about the visuals. The improved audio on this model means that the soundtrack, oh, that glorious goosebump-inducing soundtrack, sounds richer and fuller, enveloping you in the world like a warm, musical hug. Whether you're playing docked or on the go, the performance is smooth as butter on toast with no noticeable dips in frame rate, even when the action gets hectic. Plus, with the enhanced battery life, you can lose yourself in Hyrule for hours without having to scramble for a charger. And let's not forget the design. The special edition Joy-Con with their gold and green patterns are like holding little pieces of the Triforce in your hands. This console isn't just a piece of tech, it's a work of art that any Zelda fan would be proud to own. It's a reminder that sometimes in the quest to save the world, it helps to look good doing it. So, whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer to the series, the Nintendo Switch OLED Tears of the Kingdom Edition is your gateway to the ultimate Hyrulean adventure. Get ready to lose yourself in the magic. Just don't forget to come up for air every once in a while. Nintendo 64 Pikachu Special Edition. The late 90s were a magical time and no one captured the hearts of kids and adults alike quite like Pikachu. The Nintendo 64 Pikachu Special Edition is like a time capsule of that era, where everything was about catching them all, even if you had to blow on the cartridge a few times to make it work. Released alongside games like Pokémon Stadium and Hey You, Pikachu, this console wasn't just about playing games, it was about living your best Pokémon trainer life from the comfort of your couch. Pokémon Stadium brought the turn-based battles of the handheld games to 3D for the first time, and seeing your favorite Pokémon like Charizard or Blastoise duke it out in full 3D glory was nothing short of revolutionary. The game also offered a variety of mini-games that were deceptively challenging and endlessly entertaining. Then there was Hey You, Pikachu, where you could literally talk to Pikachu via a microphone accessory. Sure, Pikachu didn't always understand what you were saying, much like your dog when you tell it to stop eating the furniture, but it was a glimpse into a future where interacting with digital characters could feel real. This console wasn't just another color variant, it was a celebration of the Pokémon phenomenon that had taken the world by storm. The bright yellow design, complete with a 3D Pikachu figure on the side that literally lit up when you turned on the console, was the perfect way to show off your love for the series. The reset button was ingeniously placed as Pikachu's foot, giving you a cute way to reset after a tough loss in Pokémon Stadium. Playing Pokémon Stadium on this console felt like an event. The N64 might not have had the graphical power of its competitors, but it didn't need it. The games were charming, fun, and had a unique Nintendo polish that made them timeless. And let's be honest, there's something deeply satisfying about smashing your friend's Pokémon with a perfectly timed Thunderbolt or Flamethrower, especially when doing it on a console that literally screams Pokémon from every corner. The nostalgia factor here is off the charts. Owning this console was like owning a piece of the Pokémon legacy, and for many, it was their introduction to competitive Pokémon battling. The Pikachu Special Edition N64 is more than just a console, it's a memory machine, taking you back to the days when your biggest worry was getting all 151 Pokémon registered in your Pokédex. So, if you ever find one of these in the wild, just remember, you've gotta catch it. GBA SP Charizard Limited Edition. Fire up those nostalgia engines because the GBA SP Charizard Limited Edition is about to take you on a trip down memory lane with a flamethrower in hand. The Game Boy Advance SP itself was a marvel, a clamshell design that protected the screen and made it super portable, with a backlit screen that finally let you game under the covers without a flashlight. And what better way to play classic games like Pokémon Fire Red and Leaf Green than on a device adorned with one of the most iconic Pokémon of all time? Charizard wasn't just a Pokémon, it was a symbol of power, rebellion, and just plain coolness. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, you could relive the magic of the original Pokémon Red and Blue, but with updated graphics, gameplay mechanics, and a whole lot more polish. The games were still about catching them all, beating 8 gym leaders, and taking down the Elite Four, but they added features like the Sevii Islands to explore after you'd conquered the main storyline. And of course, there was the thrill of leveling up your Charmeleon into a fearsome Charizard, which, let's be honest, was one of the highlights of the game. Let's be real, the Charizard Limited Edition GBA SP was the handheld console equivalent of rolling up to school in a sports car. The fiery red design with Charizard emblazoned on the front was a statement piece. It told the world you weren't just any Pokémon trainer, you were in it for the long haul, and you weren't afraid to flaunt your love for this dragon-looking but totally not dragon-type powerhouse. Playing Pokémon Fire Red on this bad boy was an experience. The backlit screen made every battle pop, every Pokeball capture feel satisfying, and every encounter with Team Rocket that much more intense. The portability of the GBA SP meant you could take the adventure anywhere, from the school bus to family road trips, and the rechargeable battery was a godsend in an era where AA batteries were a constant drain on your allowance. But it wasn't just about Pokemon. The GBA SP had a library of fantastic games like The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, Metroid Fusion, and Advance Wars. Each game felt like a unique adventure, and playing them on the Charizard edition made it all the more special. The console's sleek design and durable build meant it could take a beating, which was good because we all know how intense those Mario Kart sessions could get. In a world of gaming, where everything seems to be about the latest graphics and online multiplayer, the GBA SP Charizard Edition is a reminder of a simpler time. A time when all you needed was a good game, a comfy spot, and the satisfaction of knowing you were playing on one of the coolest handhelds ever made. So if you ever get your hands on this fiery piece of gaming history, cherish it, because consoles like this don't come around every generation. PS5 Spider-Man 2 Limited Edition. Swinging through the streets of New York City as Spider-Man has never felt more exhilarating, and the Spider-Man 2 Limited Edition PS5 takes that experience to the next level. Following the massive success of Marvel's Spider-Man and Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2 picks up the web-slinging action with both Peter Parker and Miles Morales as playable characters. This time, the stakes are higher, with new villains like Kraven the Hunter and Venom making their appearance, and the city itself feels more alive and reactive than ever before. The game offers an expanded open-world experience where you can switch between Peter and Miles on the fly, each with their own unique set of powers and gadgets. The story is deeper, darker, and more intense, with narrative twists that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. The combat is fluid and responsive, blending acrobatics, web-slinging, and gadgetry into a seamless ballet of destruction. And let's not forget the sheer joy of web-swinging across Manhattan, which is as thrilling as ever, if not more so with the PS5's enhanced graphics and speed. The Spider-Man 2 Limited Edition PS5 isn't just a console, it's a work of art. The sleek black design is adorned with a sprawling red Spider-Man emblem that looks like it's about to leap off the console and start slinging webs itself. The matching DualSense controllers feature a similar design, making them perfect for those intense web-swinging sessions or when you're just chilling with a game of NBA 2K. But it's not just about looks. The PS5's power truly shines with this game. The near-instant load times mean you're zipping across the city in the blink of an eye, and the 4K visuals make New York City look almost as real as the one outside your window. Minus the webs, of course. The haptic feedback and adaptive triggers of the DualSense controller add a new level of immersion, making you feel every web shot, punch, and explosion. Whether you're feeling the tension of a stealth takedown or the rush of a high-speed chase, the controller brings the action right to your fingertips. This is the ultimate way to experience Spider-Man 2. The combination of the PS5's horsepower and the game's stellar design means you're getting the best possible version of this already incredible game. And let's be honest, who doesn't want a PS5 that looks like it could be hanging out in the Spider-Verse? So, if you're a fan of Spidey, and really, who isn't, this limited edition console is a must-have. Just be prepared to lose track of time as you swing through the city, because with great power comes great addiction to gaming. The Witcher 3 Xbox One. Step into the muddy boots of Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, a game that has redefined the RPG genre with its rich storytelling, complex characters, and a world that feels as alive as any fantasy realm you've ever dreamt of. The Xbox One Witcher 3 Limited Edition console was released to celebrate this masterpiece, and it's as much of a beast as the monsters Geralt hunts. In this sprawling open-world game, you'll traverse the war-torn lands of the continent, battle terrifying beasts, and make choices that ripple across the story in ways you won't see coming. The game's narrative is filled with morally gray decisions, making you question what's right and wrong in a world where the lines are often blurred. Whether you're hunting down a fiend terrorizing a village, helping a sorceress with a dangerous experiment, or simply playing Gwent and losing more hours than you care to admit, there's always something to do in this game. The world is massive, filled with quests that range from the epic to the bizarre, and the storytelling is top-notch, with characters that feel real, flawed, and relatable. Even if they are elves or werewolves, the Xbox One Witcher 3 Limited Edition console is like Geralt himself. Powerful, sleek, and undeniably cool. The console sports a gritty, rugged design with the game's emblem, the wolf skull, etched into the side, making it look like it's been through a battle or two. The matching controller continues this theme, with a similar design that feels great in the hand, especially during those marathon gaming sessions when you're just one quest away from saving the world, or at least trying to. But the real magic happens when you fire up the game. The Witcher 3 takes full advantage of the Xbox One's hardware, delivering stunning visuals that bring the world of the continent to life. The open fields, dense forests, and bustling towns are rendered in incredible detail, and the game's dynamic weather system and day-night cycle add a level of immersion that's hard to beat. The combat is fluid, mixing swordplay with magic in a way that feels both tactical and satisfying, especially when you're facing off against a particularly tough foe. And let's not forget the sound design. From the haunting melodies of the game's score to the ambient sounds of the world around you, the audio in The Witcher 3 is as meticulously crafted as the rest of the game. Whether you're listening to a bard's tale in a local tavern or the growls of a nearby monster, the sound enhances the experience in ways that only a game of this caliber can. The Witcher 3 Xbox One isn't just a console, it's a gateway to one of the best RPGs ever made. PS3 Slim One Piece Edition. Ahoy, Straw Hat Pirates! The PS3 Slim One Piece Edition sets sail with a console design that any One Piece fan would proudly display. Released alongside One Piece, Pirate Warriors, this console captures the spirit of adventure that has made One Piece one of the most beloved anime and manga series of all time. Pirate Warriors is an action-packed game that blends the fast-paced combat of the Dynasty Warriors series with the rich, colorful world of One Piece. You get to play as Luffy and other members of the Straw Hat crew, battling waves of enemies in epic set-piece battles that are as chaotic as they are fun. The game follows the story of One Piece, from the East Blue Saga all the way to the Marineford arc, with some liberties taken to fit the game's structure. You'll be pulling off Luffy's gum-gum attacks, slicing through foes with Zoro's swords, and even calling in some of the series' most iconic characters to help you out in a pinch. The game's over-the-top action perfectly captures the essence of One Piece, making it a must-play for fans of the series. The PS3 Slim One Piece Edition isn't just a gaming console, it's a treasure chest filled with the spirit of adventure. The console itself features a stunning design inspired by the Straw Hat Pirates, with the iconic Jolly Roger emblazoned on the top in gold, making it a true collector's item. The matching controller is equally impressive, with a gold and black color scheme that feels as stylish as Luffy's iconic red vest. When it comes to gameplay, the PS3 Slim is no slouch. One Piece Pirate Warriors takes full advantage of the PS3's hardware, delivering smooth, fast-paced action that keeps up with the frantic battles on screen. The game's colorful, cel-shaded graphics make you feel like you've stepped right into the anime, with each character and environment faithfully recreated. Whether you're battling hordes of Marines or taking on powerful foes like Crocodile or Enel, the game runs like a dream, with no slowdown, even when the action gets intense. The PS3 Slim One Piece Edition is more than just a console. It's a celebration of one of the greatest anime adventures of all time. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or just looking for a fun, action-packed game to play, this limited edition console is a treasure worth seeking out. PS4 Pro Death Stranding Edition. Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding is the kind of game that defies easy categorization. It's part open-world exploration, part social commentary, and part package delivery simulator? Yeah, it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a trip you won't want to miss. You play as Sam Porter Bridges, portrayed by Norman Reedus, a man tasked with reconnecting a fractured America by delivering packages across a desolate post-apocalyptic landscape. But this isn't just your average UPS route. Oh no, you'll be battling supernatural beings called BTs, navigating treacherous terrain, and managing your cargo like it's the most important thing in the world, because in this game, it pretty much is. The story is as mind-bending as you'd expect from Kojima, filled with strange characters, cryptic dialogue, and a plot that'll have you questioning reality. The game's unique strand system lets you connect with other players indirectly, helping each other out by leaving behind equipment, building structures, or even just a well-placed sign. It's a game about connection in every sense of the word, and it's as beautiful as it is bizarre. The PS4 Pro Death Stranding edition is a console as enigmatic as the game it celebrates. The console itself is a striking white with eerie black handprints, a nod to the game's BTs crawling across it, making it look like it's been touched by the other side. The controller is a translucent orange reminiscent of the BB pod that Sam carries around, and it's just as cool as it sounds. But let's get to the nitty-gritty. How does Death Stranding play on the PS4 Pro? In a word, spectacularly. The game's Decima engine delivers some of the most stunning visuals of the last console generation, with vast photorealistic landscapes that range from snow-capped mountains to rain-soaked forests. The PS4 Pro's enhanced hardware ensures that these environments are rendered in crisp 4K, making every rock, river, and raindrop look almost too real. The game's lighting effects are particularly noteworthy, with the dynamic weather system adding an extra layer of immersion to the already atmospheric world. The PS4 Pro also handles the game's complex systems with ease, whether you're building a bridge, fighting off BTs, or just trying to keep your cargo from toppling over. The game runs smoothly with no noticeable frame drops. The console's extra power also helps with load times, which is a blessing considering the sheer size of the game's world. In short, the PS4 Pro Death Stranding Edition is a portal to one of the most unique gaming experiences ever created. Whether you're a fan of Kojima's previous work or just looking for something different, this console and game combo is a journey worth taking. Just don't forget to pack your climbing gear. The Warhammer 40k PSP. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war, and the Warhammer 40k PSP Limited Edition is your ticket to experiencing that brutal universe on the go. Released in conjunction with Warhammer 40k Squad Command, this limited edition console is a dream come true for fans of the tabletop game. Squad Command puts you in control of the Space Marines, humanity's last line of defense against the horrors of the galaxy. The game is a turn-based strategy affair where you'll command a squad of elite soldiers through a series of tactical missions, battling against the forces of chaos, orcs, and other nefarious enemies. The gameplay is all about careful planning and precise execution. You'll need to think several steps ahead, positioning your troops to take advantage of cover, flanking enemies, and making the most of your limited resources. It's a game that rewards patience and strategy, and every victory feels earned through clever tactics and smart decision-making. The game's story is pure Warhammer, filled with grimdark lore, over-the-top characters, and plenty of bolter fire. And talking about the Warhammer 40k Edition PSP, it is a battle-hardened piece of tech that looks like it's been ripped straight from the war-torn future. The console features a black and gold design with the iconic Imperial Aquila emblazoned on the back, giving it an unmistakably Warhammer vibe. The matching case and accessories make it clear that this isn't just a gaming device. It's a weapon in the eternal war for the galaxy. Squad Command takes full advantage of the PSP's capabilities, delivering crisp visuals and tight controls that make it easy to command your forces on the battlefield. The game's graphics are sharp, with detailed character models and environments that bring the Warhammer 40k universe to life in portable form. The sound design is equally impressive, with the roar of bolters, the hum of power armor, and the chants of the Emperor's loyal soldiers immersing you in the battle. And because it's a turn-based game, you can play at your own pace, making it perfect for those moments when you want to squeeze in a quick mission or two. But what really sets this edition apart is the sense of pride that comes with owning it. The Warhammer 40k community is passionate and dedicated, and this console is a badge of honor for any fan of the franchise. It's not just a console, it's a statement to your allegiance to the Emperor. The Hitman PS4. Step into the well-polished shoes of Agent 47, the world's most efficient and deadliest assassin, in the Hitman PS4 Limited Edition. Released alongside the Hitman reboot, this console is your gateway to a world of high-stakes contracts where every decision counts, and the only rule is that there are no rules, just targets. Hitman takes the series back to its roots, offering a series of sandbox levels that are as much puzzles as they are assassination playgrounds. Each mission gives you the freedom to approach your targets in any way you see fit, whether it's disguising yourself as a waiter to slip poison into a drink or dropping a chandelier on an unsuspecting victim from afar. The game's episodic structure allows for a deep level of replayability. Each level is filled with opportunities, hidden secrets, and challenges that encourage experimentation. You can go in guns blazing, though that's rarely advisable, or take a more subtle approach, blending into the environment and using your wits to take down your targets without anyone even noticing you were there. The story unfolds gradually, with each contract revealing more about the shadowy organizations pulling the strings, and by the time the credits roll, you'll be left craving more. The Hitman PS4 Limited Edition is as sleek and deadly as Agent 47 himself. The console features a minimalist design with a matte black finish and the game's logo subtly etched into the surface, making it look like it belongs in the penthouse suite of a luxury hotel. Right before Agent 47 takes out the owner, of course. The matching controller is equally stylish, with a design that's as comfortable as it is cool. Perfect for those marathon sessions of planning the perfect hit. When it comes to performance, the PS4 handles Hitman like a pro. The game's sprawling levels are brought to life with stunning detail, from the bustling markets of Marrakesh to the opulent halls of a Parisian palace. The PS4's hardware ensures smooth gameplay with no noticeable dips in frame rate, even when the action heats up. The game's AI is sharp, with guards and NPCs reacting realistically to your actions, making each encounter feel tense and unpredictable. The sound design is another standout, with a soundtrack that ramps up the tension as you close in on your target and environmental audio that immerses you in the game's various locales. Whether you're eavesdropping on a conversation to gather intel or listening to the subtle click of a silenced pistol, the audio adds a layer of immersion that enhances the overall experience. But perhaps the best thing about this console is how it makes you feel like a part of the Hitman world. The limited edition design is a nod to the game's sleek, professional aesthetic, and playing on this console just feels right. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or new to the world of assassination, the Hitman PS4 Limited Edition is a console that'll make you feel like you're in control of every situation, no matter how deadly. Sony PSP 2000 God of War Chains of Olympus console. Prepare to unleash the fury of the gods with the Sony PSP 2000 God of War Chains of Olympus console. This limited edition handheld was released to coincide with the launch of God of War Chains of Olympus, a game that brought the visceral, brutal combat of the God of War series to the palm of your hand. You play as Kratos, the Ghost of Sparta, in a prequel to the original God of War trilogy. The game dives into Kratos' backstory, exploring his service to the gods of Olympus and the events that led him down his path of vengeance. The gameplay is classic God of War, with fast-paced, combo-heavy combat, epic boss battles, and a story that's as tragic as it is intense. You'll be slashing through hordes of enemies, solving puzzles, and collecting orbs to power up Kratos' abilities. The game also features some of the most visually impressive set pieces ever seen on the PSP, pushing the handheld's hardware to its limits. Doesn't matter if you're battling the Persian king or facing off against the massive basilisk, every moment of the game is packed with the kind of over-the-top action that has made God of War one of the most iconic franchises in gaming. The God of War Chains of Olympus PSP is a declaration of power. The blood-red design, emblazoned with Kratos' signature Omega symbol, is a bold statement that this isn't just any PSP. It's a PSP that's ready to bring the wrath of the gods wherever you go. The console also comes with a special edition case and UMDs, making it a collector's item that's as fierce as Kratos himself. On the performance side, Chains of Olympus is a technical marvel. The game runs smoothly on the PSP with crisp visuals and fluid animations that make every swing of Kratos' blades of chaos feel satisfying. The game's combat system translates perfectly to the handheld, with responsive controls that allow you to pull off complex combos and finishers with ease. The PSP's portability means you can take the epic adventure with you anywhere, whether you're on a long trip or just lounging on the couch. But what really makes this console special is how it captures the spirit of the God of War series. The red and black design is a perfect representation of Kratos' rage and power, and playing Chains of Olympus on this console feels like you're holding a piece of that power in your hands. It's a must-have for any fan of the series, and a reminder that even on a handheld, Kratos is a force to be reckoned with. Nintendo Game Boy Color Pokémon Edition. The Nintendo Game Boy Color Pokémon Edition is the stuff of legends for anyone who grew up in the late 90s. This console was released during the height of Pokémania, alongside Pokémon Gold and Silver, and it was every kid's dream to catch them all on this colorful, Pikachu-emblazoned handheld. The games themselves are often considered some of the best in the series, expanding the Pokémon world with new regions, new creatures, and a day-night cycle that added an extra layer of immersion. Pokémon Gold and Silver introduced the Johto region, where you could catch new Pokémon like Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile, along with a whole host of others. The games also brought back the Kanto region from the original games, giving players twice the adventure in a single cartridge. The goal was simple: become the Pokémon champion by defeating the 8 gym leaders and the Elite Four, but the journey was anything but easy. With the addition of breeding, held items, and a real-time clock, Gold and Silver took the franchise to new heights, making them a must-play for any fan of the series. The Pokémon Edition Game Boy Color was a status symbol. The bright yellow design featuring Pikachu and Pichu made it clear that you were serious about your Pokémon journey. The console even had Pikachu's cheeks light up when you turned it on, a detail that was as cute as it was cool. It was the perfect companion for any aspiring Pokémon trainer, offering a vibrant screen that made the colorful world of Johto pop with life. Playing Pokémon Gold and Silver on this console felt like magic. The Game Boy Color's enhanced graphics brought the Pokémon world to life in ways that the original Game Boy couldn't. The sprites were more detailed, the colors more vibrant, and the addition of the day-night cycle meant that the world around you changed depending on the time of day, adding a layer of realism that was groundbreaking at the time. But it wasn't just about looks. For many, it was the first step into the world of Pokémon, and it remains a cherished memory of childhood gaming. So if you ever find yourself holding one of these bad boys, just remember you're holding a piece of the past when life was all about catching them all and becoming the very best. Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a game that needs no introduction. This crossover fighting game brings together characters from across the gaming universe, from Mario to Pikachu, and pits them against each other in frantic, over-the-top battles that are as chaotic as they are fun. The game's tagline, "Everyone is here," isn't just a catchy phrase, it's the truth. With over 70 fighters to choose from, there's something for everyone. The gameplay is as fast-paced and frenetic as you'd expect from a Smash Bros. Game. Matches take place on a variety of stages, each with its own hazards and quirks, and the goal is simple: knock your opponents off the stage and be the last one standing. But there's more to it than just mashing buttons. The game's mechanics are deep and complex, with a learning curve that rewards those who take the time to master the intricacies of each fighter. Whether you're playing solo, with friends, or online, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a game that's easy to pick up but hard to put down. The Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch is a celebration of everything that makes gaming great. The console features a sleek design with custom Smash Bros. Artwork on the dock and Joy-Con controllers, making it the perfect centerpiece for any gaming setup. The Joy-Con controllers, with their unique black and white design, are not only stylish but also comfortable, making them perfect for those long Smash Bros. Sessions. But what really makes this console special is how it enhances the Smash Bros. Experience. The Switch's Pro Controller, sold separately, is also a great option for those who prefer a more traditional control scheme, offering a comfortable and responsive experience that's perfect for competitive play. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or new to the world of Smash Bros., Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch is a console that's worth celebrating. It's a reminder of why we love gaming in the first place: the thrill of competition, the joy of discovery, and the satisfaction of landing that perfect final smash. Sega Dreamcast Hello Kitty Edition. The Sega Dreamcast, one of the most beloved consoles in gaming history, with a library of innovative games that pushed the boundaries of what was possible at the time. But this isn't just any Dreamcast we're talking about, it's the Hello Kitty Edition, a console so adorable it could melt even the coldest of gamer hearts. Released exclusively in Japan, this limited edition console was a collaboration between Sega and Sanrio, bringing together the world of gaming and the kawaii culture of Hello Kitty in a way that no one saw coming. The Hello Kitty Dreamcast came bundled with Hello Kitty's Garden Panic, a puzzle game where you help Hello Kitty protect her garden from mischievous pests. The gameplay is simple but addictive, with colorful graphics and catchy music that make it a joy to play. It's not the most challenging game out there, but it's perfect for when you just want to relax and unwind with something light and fun. And let's be honest, half the appeal is just being able to say you're playing a Hello Kitty game on a Hello Kitty console. The Hello Kitty Dreamcast is the epitome of gaming cuteness. The console itself is a soft pastel pink with Hello Kitty's face prominently displayed on the top, and the matching controller is equally adorable. It's the kind of console that you just want to show off, whether you're a hardcore gamer or a casual fan of all things kawaii. The Dreamcast's compact design and the Hello Kitty branding make it a perfect addition to any gaming collection, especially if you're a fan of unique and quirky consoles. But don't let the cutesy exterior fool you. This is still a Dreamcast, and that means you've got access to some of the best games of the era. From Sonic Adventure to Shenmue, the Dreamcast library is packed with titles that push the envelope in terms of graphics, gameplay, and storytelling. The console's innovative features like the VMU memory card and online capabilities were ahead of their time, making the Dreamcast a true pioneer in the gaming world. The Hello Kitty Dreamcast may not be the most powerful console out there, but it's got charm in spades. It's a reminder that gaming isn't just about high scores and kill streaks. It's about fun, creativity, and expressing yourself through the games you play and the consoles you love. Whether you're playing Hello Kitty's Garden Panic or diving into one of the Dreamcast's more hardcore titles, this console is a joy to own and a piece of gaming history that's as unique as it is adorable. So, if you ever get the chance to add this pink beauty to your collection, don't hesitate. The Hello Kitty Dreamcast is a console that's sure to bring a smile to your face and a bit of kawaii magic to your gaming life. Nintendo 3DS LL Charizard Limited Edition. It's hard to think of a Pokémon more iconic than Charizard, and the Nintendo 3DS LL Charizard Limited Edition is a testament to the fiery Pokémon's enduring popularity. Released in Japan to coincide with the launch of Pokémon X and Y, this limited edition handheld is as hot as the flames Charizard breathes. Pokémon X and Y were groundbreaking titles in the series, introducing 3D graphics to the mainline games for the first time, as well as the new Fairy type and Mega Evolutions, which added a whole new layer of strategy to battles. In Pokémon X and Y, you journey through the Kalos region, a land inspired by France, where you'll encounter new Pokémon, battle gym leaders, and thwart the plans of the villainous Team Flare. The game's story is a mix of lighthearted adventure and deeper themes, with a focus on the bonds between trainers and their Pokémon. The introduction of Mega Evolutions allowed certain Pokémon, including Charizard, to temporarily evolve into more powerful forms during battle, giving them new abilities and a fresh look that fans loved. The Charizard 3DS LL is a handheld that any Pokémon fan would be proud to own. The console features a sleek black design with a stunning fiery orange Charizard emblazoned on the cover, looking like it's about to leap into battle. The inside of the console is equally impressive, with a bright orange theme that perfectly complements the Charizard design. It's a handheld that's as stylish as it is powerful, making it the perfect way to play Pokémon X and Y and other 3DS games. Playing Pokémon X and Y on this console is an experience like no other. The 3D graphics bring the world of Pokémon to life in a way that was previously unimaginable, with detailed environments, dynamic camera angles, and animations that make battles feel more intense than ever. The Charizard 3DS LL also features dual analog sticks, making it easier to navigate the game's world and control your Pokémon during battles. But it's not just about Pokémon. The 3DS LL has a vast library of games from the classic The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D to the quirky Animal Crossing New Leaf. Each game looks and plays great on this handheld thanks to its bright, clear screens and responsive controls. The console's backward compatibility with DS games also means you can revisit your old favorites whenever you want. It's a handheld that says you're a fan of one of the most powerful and beloved Pokémon in the series, and you're not afraid to show it. It's a reminder of the magic of Pokémon and the joy of getting on a new adventure with your trusty Charizard by your side. Sega Dreamcast, Coca-Cola Edition. Now here's a console that's truly refreshing, the Sega Dreamcast Coca-Cola Edition. This limited edition Dreamcast is one of the most unique and rarest consoles ever made, and it's a must-have for both Sega fans and collectors of quirky gaming memorabilia. Released exclusively in Japan, this console was part of a promotional campaign between Sega and Coca-Cola, and it's as eye-catching as it is unusual. The bright red design, adorned with the iconic Coca-Cola logo, is a stark contrast to the usual white Dreamcast, making it a standout piece in any collection. The Coca-Cola Dreamcast came bundled with a special edition of Jet Set Radio, one of the most beloved games on the platform. Jet Set Radio is a fast-paced, cel-shaded rollerblading game where you play as a member of a rebellious gang, tagging walls with graffiti while evading the police and rival gangs. The game's unique art style, catchy soundtrack, and innovative gameplay made it an instant classic, and it's still fondly remembered by fans today. The Coca-Cola Dreamcast isn't just a console, it's a piece of gaming history. The bold red design, complete with the Coca-Cola logo, is a statement of the power of branding and the unique partnerships that Sega was known for during the Dreamcast era. It's the kind of console that turns heads and sparks conversations, whether you're a fan of Coke, Sega, or just cool-looking gaming gear. The Dreamcast itself was a console ahead of its time, with features like online play, a built-in modem, and the innovative VMU memory card. It was home to some of the most innovative games of its generation, from Shenmue to Sonic Adventure, and it's still beloved by fans for its creativity and bold ideas. But perhaps the best thing about the Coca-Cola Dreamcast is its rarity. With only a limited number produced, it's a true collector's item, and owning one is a badge of honor for any gaming enthusiast. It's a console that's sure to bring a smile to your face every time you see it, whether you're a fan of Sega, Coca-Cola, or just cool, quirky consoles. Xbox 360 Star Wars Kinect Edition. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was the Xbox 360 Star Wars Kinect Edition, a console that's as much a love letter to Star Wars fans as it is a piece of gaming hardware. Released alongside Star Wars Kinect, this limited edition console brings the magic of the Star Wars universe to life with a design that's sure to make any Jedi or Sith Lord envious. The console itself is modeled after R2-D2, complete with the droid's iconic blue and white color scheme and sound effects straight from the movies. The matching controller is styled after C-3PO with a shiny gold finish that's perfect for the protocol droid in all of us. Star Wars Kinect offers a variety of game modes that let you live out your Star Wars fantasies, from lightsaber duels to pod racing to dancing with Han Solo. Yes, really. The game makes full use of the Kinect's motion sensing capabilities, allowing you to wield a lightsaber, use the Force, and even perform some of the most famous Star Wars moves, all without a controller. It's a game that's designed to be fun and accessible, making it a hit with both hardcore fans and casual players alike. The Star Wars Kinect Xbox 360 is the ultimate console for any Star Wars fan. The R2-D2 design is a work of art with detailed paneling and sound effects that make you feel like you've got your very own astromech droid right in your living room. The console even comes with a matching white Kinect sensor, completing the Star Wars theme and making it the perfect centerpiece for any fan's collection. Playing Star Wars Kinect on this console is an experience like no other. The game's motion controls are surprisingly responsive, allowing you to swing your lightsaber, dodge blaster fire, and even dance like a Jedi or a Sith. with ease. But it's not just about the game. The Xbox 360 Star Wars Kinect Edition is a powerful console in its own right, with a library of games that includes some of the best titles of its generation. Whether you're playing Halo 3, Gears of War, or Red Dead Redemption, the Xbox 360 delivers a gaming experience that's still impressive today. The Star Wars Kinect is a reminder of why we fell in love with Star Wars in the first place: the adventure, the excitement, and the sheer fun of it all. Sega Game Gear Virtua Fighter Kids Gear. Back in the 90s, portable gaming was all about who had the coolest handheld console, and the Sega Game Gear was one of the hottest on the block. But what happens when you take one of Sega's most iconic franchises, Virtua Fighter, and shrink it down for a younger audience? You get the Virtua Fighter Kids Gear, a limited edition Game Gear that's as fun to play as it is to look at. This handheld was released alongside Virtua Fighter Kids, a chibi-fied version of the classic fighting game that made the complex mechanics and intense battles of Virtua Fighter more accessible to a younger audience. In Virtua Fighter Kids, you take control of adorable pint-sized versions of the series, famous fighters like Akira, Pai, and Cage. The gameplay retains the core mechanics of the original Virtua Fighter games, with a focus on strategic combat and well-timed moves, but with a more light-hearted and humorous twist. The characters are exaggerated and cartoonish, with big heads and even bigger personalities, making the game a blast to play, whether you're a seasoned Virtua Fighter veteran or a newcomer to the series. The Virtua Fighter Kids Gear is one of the most unique handhelds ever released, and it's a must-have for any Sega fan or collector. The console itself is a bright yellow with colorful graphics of the Virtua Fighter Kids characters on the front, making it an eye-catching piece of gaming history. The design is playful and fun, perfectly matching the game it was bundled with. It's the kind of console that stands out in a collection, and it's sure to bring back fond memories for anyone who grew up with the Game Gear. Playing Virtua Fighter Kids on the Game Gear is a surprisingly deep and satisfying experience. Despite its cute and cartoony appearance, the game retains the tight controls and strategic gameplay that made Virtua Fighter a hit in arcades. The Game Gear's bright backlit screen makes the colorful graphics pop, and the sound effects and music are as lively and energetic as the gameplay. The console's portability means you can take the fun of Virtua Fighter with you wherever you go, whether you're battling it out on the bus or just killing time between classes. The combination of the Game Gear's robust hardware and the charm of Virtua Fighter Kids makes this console a true gem in the world of portable gaming. Star Wars Battlefront Darth Vader PS4. The dark side of the Force is strong with this one. The Star Wars Battlefront Darth Vader PS4 is a console that's as imposing and iconic as the Sith Lord himself. Released to coincide with the launch of Star Wars Battlefront, this limited edition console is a must-have for any Star Wars fan. The game itself is a first-person shooter that lets you experience the epic battles of the Star Wars universe, from the forests of Endor to the icy plains of Hoth. Doesn't matter if you're fighting for the Rebel Alliance or the Galactic Empire, Battlefront offers a variety of game modes that let you relive some of the most iconic moments in the Star Wars saga. The game features large-scale multiplayer battles where you can take control of vehicles like AT-ATs and X-Wings, or play as heroes and villains like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. The graphics are stunning, capturing the look and feel of the Star Wars universe with incredible detail. The Darth Vader PS4 is a console that's as sleek and menacing as the Dark Lord of the Sith himself. The console features a black design with Darth Vader's helmet prominently displayed on the top, making it a perfect fit for any Star Wars-themed gaming setup. The matching controller is equally impressive, with a red D-pad and a glossy black finish that's reminiscent of Vader's iconic armor. The console even comes with a custom Star Wars theme pre-installed, so you can feel the power of the dark side every time you turn it on. Playing Star Wars Battlefront on this console is an experience like no other. The PS4's hardware ensures smooth, responsive gameplay, with stunning visuals and immersive sound that bring the Star Wars universe to life. The game's large-scale battles are a perfect showcase for the PS4's power, with dozens of players, vehicles, and explosions filling the screen at once. But the Darth Vader PS4 isn't just about Battlefront. The PS4's vast library of games means you'll have plenty of options for when you're not fighting in a galaxy far, far away. Even if you're exploring ancient ruins in Uncharted 4, surviving a post-apocalyptic world in The Last of Us, or building your dream world in Minecraft, the PS4 delivers a gaming experience that's hard to beat. Halo 3, Xbox 360. When you think of the Xbox 360, one game immediately comes to mind: Halo 3. This game wasn't just a shooter, it was a cultural phenomenon, a game that brought friends together for epic battles and unforgettable moments. The Halo 3 Xbox 360 Limited Edition was released to celebrate the launch of this iconic game, and it's as legendary as the Master Chief himself. Halo 3 continues the story of the Spartan super soldier as he battles the Covenant and the Flood in an effort to save humanity from certain doom. The game's campaign is filled with epic set pieces, intense firefights, and a story that ties together the threads of the series in a way that's both satisfying and thrilling. But the real draw of Halo 3 is its multiplayer mode. Whether you're playing with friends locally or taking the fight online, Halo 3 offers a variety of game modes that are as fun today as they were at launch. From classic Slayer matches to the chaotic action of big team battle, the game's multiplayer is a masterclass in level design, weapon balance, and pure, unadulterated fun. The addition of Forge mode, which lets players create and share their own maps, added a whole new layer of creativity and replayability, making Halo 3 one of the most beloved games of its generation. The Halo 3 Xbox 360 Limited Edition is a console that's as epic as the game it celebrates. The console features a sleek green and gold design inspired by the Master Chief's armor, with the UNSC emblem etched into the side. The matching controller continues the theme, with a design that feels as good in the hand as it looks on display. The console also comes with a special edition of Halo 3, featuring exclusive in-game content and a collector's case that's perfect for displaying on your shelf. Playing Halo 3 on this console is a trip down memory lane. The game's visuals may not be as cutting-edge as they once were, but the gameplay is as tight and satisfying as ever. The Xbox 360's hardware handles the action with ease, delivering smooth gameplay and fast load times that keep you in the action. The controller's responsive triggers and buttons make it easy to pull off headshots, stick grenades, and pull off those sweet, no-scope kills that Halo fans live for. The Halo 3 Xbox 360 is a reminder of why we fell in love with gaming in the first place: the thrill of competition, the joy of discovery, and the satisfaction of playing a game that's truly legendary. So there you have it, an epic lineup of consoles that are more than just a way to play games. They really uphold the creativity and fandom that make gaming such a vibrant culture. Whether they're themed after your favorite games, decked out in colors that pop, or just so darn cool you can't help but stare, these limited edition consoles are the ultimate gaming collectibles. They remind us that while the games are what we come for, the consoles themselves can be a part of the experience too. So next time you're gaming, take a moment to appreciate not just the world on the screen, but the masterpiece of design in your hands. And if you ever get the chance to snag one of these limited editions, do it. You'll be holding a piece of gaming history, and trust me, your inner gamer will thank you. Enjoyed this epic showcase of gaming history? Smash that like button and subscribe for more gaming gold.